Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are returning and you've been here before, then thank you, and extra special cuddles for Freddie because I don't know what I'd do without him, to be fair. And Sarah. Basically, in the UK at the minute, should do the disclaimers. These are just my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. Now, at the minute in the UK, there's this whole thing going on. Now, the actual drama is meant to be about the fact that the list of names of 25,000 Afghan soldiers was leaked online, and oops, the Taliban have got it and these men are in danger, and guess who's coming to the fucking rescue? Us dippy twats, right? So this is, and the news article is about, oh my god, this is so bad, their names were leaked. This is what the news is saying. This is the angle that the news is going with. It's, oh, data breach, better get them saved fast. That's the official narrative. That's not what I'm going from, right? Now let's go back at the beginning to 2001, right? 11th of September, big old bang bang. We all know what happened, right? Twin towers came down, collapsed in their own footprint, which you can only do by a controlled demolition. Fact number fucking one. World Trade Center 7 came down despite nothing having fucking hit in it, and the BBC reported it coming down half an hour before it came down, with it in the fucking background of the report. Literally, whole thing. It is, over the years, 9/11, I think we can all say, has been proved that it was an inside job. This was not terrorism. These weren't random fucking Iraqi Taliban men who got behind the wheel of a fucking plane. And you know what I mean? We've got like the Pentagon, which knew that a plane was coming to fly into it for an hour and a half, knew that it was on its way, and still didn't deploy the ground-to-air missiles it had underneath the front garden. Miraculously, nobody was in that part of the building. I could go on. This isn't about 9/11. 9/11 is provably an inside job and not the work of terrorists. And, you know, like the bomb-proof fucking passports, and the fact that Larry Silverstein had bloody gone to court the year before it and had an extra billion or whatever, or a million, I don't fucking know, put on the insurance for each separate building. It's corrupt as fuck. Anyways, after that, Tony Blair decided we were going to wage war on Iraq, right? Because that's who we decided to blame. I'm forgetting a lot of this. Also, disclaimers, I am not the facts and figures person. I don't know how to splice shit in with my videos. I literally open my mouth and go on a ramble of the things I've been thinking about. I tie things in. But my ultimate job is helping this shit make sense to your common everyday man on the street, so that they know we have to fucking overthrow the patriarchy in order to survive as a species. Basically, that's my job. That's my job. I'm not here to cause a riot. No, I'm so sorry. I do apologise for myself. Yeah, and also I'm not professional. So yeah, so we had this big old thing. We went up and we started a war with Iraq and Afghanistan. We invaded them. We invaded Iraq. It was a hostile invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, a few years after, I don't know when this was, but I think I'm wanting to say at least 10 years ago. I did do a video on it, because I have been doing this channel for 17 years. And sometimes somebody's going to realise, like, oh, ooh, one day. But my goal is just get this down, have my thoughts down there, and then, you know, one day. But so about 10 years ago, and I know my son was a teenager and he's 23 this year. So we're talking about 10 years, something like that. And we went uptown and there was it was a big thing. And it's died down now because people are realising we're being fucking lied to. But recruitment into the army was a huge thing back in the day because they needed more bodies to kill. Turns out, fun fact, we killed more of us than the fucking enemy did, which is regular with war, I think. But we committed suicide. More of us, we killed more of us than the enemy killed of us. We fucking can't make it up because we don't matter, right? There was a big old unit in the town centre, like mobile unit thing, with the old soldiers there, join the army. Look at us, we're wearing a uniform, we look really cool and we're dead fit. Like, you could be fit and in a uniform like us if you join the army. My poor son of a son, he has been put in some situations, but on this particular day I went over to these people and I said, excuse me. There was three else four men on this stage type, standing in this unit. Excuse me. And they're like, yeah. And they'll come forward. I said, can you tell me why we're at war with Afghanistan? And it was disperse. And I'd need to see the video that I did at the time. But from what I can remember, one of them said, somebody said, we're not paid to know this information. Couldn't tell you. Above my pay grade, mate. Like, literally, I just fire the gun. I just kill the people. Don't know why I'm doing it. Fucking intelligence, that. Join the army, we're dead clever. Yeah, and one of them was really, oh, damn it, what did they say? But it was basically like, we're not. One of them said we're not paid to make decisions, or we're not paid to know things, or something like that. Grunts, basically, we're hired grunts. We want you to send your son off to be a hired grunt. Cannon fodder. But nobody could answer the question why we're at war with Afghanistan. And back in the day, I used to ask this question a lot. Because I do like, when I get a bugbear, I do like to go around and ask people. Like I asked that Afghan man uptown the other week about Muslims seeing women and children as lesser. And this Afghan man said, yes, we do. Yes, women ain't as good as men. Now, fun fact, just to go off on one, if you can tie me in together, like, good on you, mate. I owe you a bed for that. Fuck a dog. Right, start from the beginning, Kurt. Stop tangenting. Start from the beginning. So at the minute, we've got this thing. Oh, it's all about a data breach. What it is, right, is Keir Starmer is bringing over 25,000 Afghan war men. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, big thing in the UK at the minute of illegal migrants turning up. We're moaning, rightfully so, that these are war-aged men with no respect for women and children, and no respect for our culture, our laws. They don't know what it's like to be British. They don't understand courtesy. They don't say please and thank you. They don't smile at you in the street. And we're racist if we point any of this out. And that comes from that. Well, this comes from the government, but ultimately it comes from there, right? And Keir Starmer has done this special shiny new deal with Macron, whose wife's a man. Well, I found out recently, which is fucking cool. Theme Can we all have a look at Keir Starmer's wife, Fanny? Because, like, Barack Obama, obviously, you know, looks a bit queer anyway. Macron, total cook, mate. And Keir Starmer is gimp. Like, he should be wearing a gimp mask at all occasions. Fuck knows what's going on with his wife, but I highly doubt that he ever has sex with her. Ukrainian rent boys, not so much. But he said with Macron, right, that they're gonna, this big overhaul of migrants, instead of letting them all come in unchecked, they're having a one in, one out policy. Now, what that would logically mean to me when he said one in, one out is somebody comes in, they're illegal, they go back out again. That would be the logical one in, one out. No. From what I can gather, Keir Starmer is saying, and Keir Starmer is literally just saying what he's told to from up there. These, whoever's in, you know, the Tories let this through as well. Like, literally, whoever is in, they serve the same fucking master. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, trouser leg up, bummer rent boy. You know the people that I'm talking about. Yeah, so the people who got Epstein off, the people who were telling Donald Trump, I don't care, you make Epstein go away, mate, I don't care how you do it, I don't care if it destroys your every fucking bit of respect in the eyes of the world, you do that for us, that's what we hired you for. Never piss off a Freemason. Right, so this one in, one out thing, from what I can glean, and please, if you know better than me, which isn't very difficult to do, please leave it in the comments. From what I can gather, is that for every person who tries to enter illegally, we're sending them out and bringing someone in that through the legal route. So we're still getting as many people in the country, they're just doing it legally. And even though they're legal, there is no proof whatsoever that they're going to behave British in Britain, right? So I think it's these fucking Afghani war men, right, that they're bringing through legally. So, and their families, right, at the cost of course, billions to the tax fucking payer, right? Because fuck the elderly and fuck the disabled and fuck the kids' futures. Let's just fucking put a load, thousands of actual, not even just the migrants, mate, were war-aged men. These are war-trained men we're bringing in, right? People, and we are bringing in an army that we bombed for nothing. We are bringing in an army that we attacked, a hostile invasion of another country. And I've been saying this on my channel for fucking years. You know, like, what do you expect? You bomb a country and then you bring people in from that country. They're not going to be grateful to you for that. They're going to be like, you bastard, you're the reason I can't go fucking home. Fuck your country. Fuck your fucking people. That's what I've been saying for the 17 years that I've had this fucking channel, really. And I've been saying, don't be surprised if you get civil war. And that is what I think they're ramping up with. Because now, I mean, bear in mind, right, 9/11 was 24 years ago, nearly, right? And they set up this, bring these people over in 2021, I think, right? And apparently the soldiers that we're bringing over to a shining new life, come in, take whatever you need, you know, like we're doing with the migrants, giving all of our countries, or what everybody's paid their taxes in for, to somebody, literally for turning up at the doorstep. Free holiday. Do you know what I mean? So we're doing that, great expense, bring them fucking in, people that we've bombed, but apparently they're in trouble from the Taliban. So for a start off, we're inviting in thousands of military trained warmen, trained soldiers. Come on, thousands of you, come into our country, have everything, right? And we're doing that because they were on our side against the Taliban. So, you're going to have the Taliban coming. I don't think it. Like they say, they actually had all this fucking information from the get go, and they've not been over here looking for them in the last 3 years. No, it's Al Qaeda that means the database in it. I don't know much about the Taliban. Don't know much about Al Qaeda either. To be fair, I don't busy myself with the deeds. It's more, the logic behind it. So we're bringing in all these men who are trained criminals, people. Now, this is where I can't do a video without sounding racist at some point. Well, I can't, like physically can't, but I'm still going to say it anyway. I googled Afghanistan, 99% Muslim. Muslims pray 5 times a day